Hey everyone! So, right now, there's this incredible atmospheric battle happening right over Tamil Nadu. It's creating this really clear split, a north south divide in our weather. So, today, we're going to break down exactly why your forecast, wherever you are, depends completely on which one of these two powerful wind systems is winning the fight right above you.
So, what's really going on here? What's causing this split? Well, if you want to understand the rain, or, the lack of it, in your specific area, we've got to look at the two major players, the two big forces that are battling for control of the skies over the state right now.
And here they are, the two contenders. On one side, you've got these dry winds pushing down from central India. Think of them like a giant warm shield that's just blocking all the moisture. But then, pushing back from the Bay of Bengal, you've got these cool, moist easterly winds, and they're trying their best to bring in the rain. It's this clash, this tug of war in the atmosphere, that's giving Tamil Nadu's weather this kind of split personality at the moment. Okay, so that's the setup. But how did this battle actually play out over the last 24 hours? Let's dive into the rainfall data and see exactly which regions felt the punch from these competing winds. And right away, one number jumps out. Uttamachakola got a solid 57.3 millimeters of rain. Wow! But the big question is, was this just a one-off, an isolated downpour, or was it part of a bigger pattern? Let's find out. And take a look at this. The data really tells the story, doesn't it? It perfectly confirms that two winds theory we were just talking about. See how the rain isn't everywhere? It's really concentrated in these specific pockets across the delta, the west, and down in the southern regions. So what does that tell us? It tells us that those moist easterly winds are managing to push inland, but only in certain spots. Meanwhile, the north pretty much stayed dry. All right, that's the past. But what about right now? What does this all mean for you over the next 24 hours? Let's break it down region by region and figure out which of these winds is going to be in charge of your local weather. Let's start up in the north. And up here, it's a pretty clear story. Those dry winds coming down from central India, they are absolutely winning the battle. They're basically pushing all that moisture away, which means the chances for rain have dropped a lot. So, if you're in any of the northern districts, we're talking Chennai, Tiruvallur, Kanjipuram, Shengalpattu, yeah, those dry winds are firmly in control. You should expect mainly dry weather. Maybe, just maybe, a very slight chance of a passing drizzle, but that's about it. But, as we head south, the story just completely flips on its head. Down here, it's the moist easterly winds that are calling the shots. They're the dominant force, and they're just going to keep pulling in that moisture and bringing rain in from the sea. So what does that mean? Well, if you're in the delta regions, say around Mayiladuthurai, or further down towards the western Ghats near Kutralam and Manjolai, you are right in the path of those moist winds. So get ready for more rain. In fact, most of the southern districts are probably going to see some pretty widespread light to moderate showers. And this whole north-south split, it's not just happening in Tamil Nadu. If we take a quick look across the border into Kerala, we're seeing a really similar pattern play out, with the rain really focused on the southern part of the state. So for anyone watching from Kerala, you can expect that moderate rain to be concentrated down in the southern districts, like Idukki and Kollam. But as you head further north, say from Ernakulam up to Kannur, the intensity really drops off to just light rain. Okay, so that's the immediate forecast. But let's zoom out a bit. What does this whole atmospheric battle mean for the rest of December? What's on the horizon? So it looks like there's a pretty clear rhythm to the weather coming up. First, we're expecting a round of rain somewhere around December 8th to the 10th. Then we get a little break, a brief dry spell. But then a second and probably more significant round of rain is coming between the 15th and 19th. And that second one is likely going to be thanks to a trough system, which is basically a low pressure area that's really good at gathering up moisture and making the rain heavier. Okay, that's a lot of information, I know. So what's the bottom line? What does this all mean for you? Let's boil it all down to the three key things you need to remember. Okay, here are your takeaways. Number 1, the north is drying out. Those dry winds are getting stronger. So if you're in North Tamil Nadu, expect less rain. Number 2, the south and the delta are staying wet. Those moist easterly winds are still doing their thing, bringing rain to those regions. And number 3, look ahead to mid-December and plan for that rain, then a break, then more rain pattern. 2 distinct spells are on the way. So what we're really watching here is this live atmospheric tug of war.
And the big question is, which side will win? The outcome of this battle between the dry north and the wet east is literally going to define the rest of our monsoon season. It's going to be fascinating to watch. Thanks for joining me.